Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to I Square Maths Academy, where numbers and variables actually meet mastery. Today, we are going to be looking at a very tricky logarithmic question. Yes, that is question on logarithm. So here the question is, given that z is equal to 216 raised to the power of log 4 base 36 and v is equal to 4 raised to the power of log 216 base 64. Here we are asked to show that v squared minus z squared plus 28 is equal to 0. Yes, before we solve this question, please let's flash back to some of the laws of logarithm. Now remember we said that, yes, that log m base n. Yes, when the number and the base are the same thing, of equal value, the value will give us 1. The answer will give us 1. Yes. And we also said that log m power x base n is the same thing as x log m base n. Yes, this is one of the laws. And we also have it that log m base n raised to the power of x. That is, it gives us 1 all over x log m base n. Yes. And there's another law here. Yes. Log m raised to the power of log x. This is log, please. This is log. M raised to the power of log x base m is equal to x. Now, having seen all those laws, yes, having seen those laws, now let's show that v squared minus z squared plus 28 is equal to 0. Now, first of all, let's look at the value of z. Here we have z is equal to 216 raised to the power of log 4 base 36. Yes. Now let's look at this. Now this is the same thing, z is equal to, yes, we have 216. This 216 is the same thing as 6 raised to the power of 3. Yes, because 6 times 6 times 6 will give us 216. So it therefore implies that this 216 is the same thing as 6 raised to the power of 3. Then here we have log 4 base 6 raised to the power of 2. Yes, 6 raised to the power of 2 is 6 times 6. And of course, we all know 6 times 6 that is equal to 36. So it therefore means that here, what we have here now will be z is equal to, we have 6 raised to the power of log, we have 4. Now, we are taking those 3 to the front side, yes. So here we have 6 raised to the power of log 4 power 3 base 6 raised to the power of 2. Yes. And this is the same thing as saying z is equal to 6 raised to the power of log. Here we have 64. Yes. 64. Then here we have base 6 raised to the power of 2. Yes. 6 raised to the power of 2. And remember, yes, let's look at this law. Yes, let's look at this law. That when you have log m base n raised to the power of x, it's the same thing as 1 over x log m base n. So it means that here, this is the same as saying z is equal to 6 raised to the power of, now we have 1 all over 2 log 64 base 6. Yes, log 64 base 6. And of course, this is the same thing as saying z is equal to 6 raised to the power of log. We have 64 raised to the power of half. Yes, base 6. Now, applying this law, yes, applying this law that m raised to the power of log x base m is equal to x. It means z will be equal to 64 raised to the power of half. And that's the same as saying the square root of 64 all raised to the power of 1. So it means the value of z is equal to 8 power 1, which is the same thing as 8. So now we have seen the value of z. Yes, the value of z is equal to 8. Now let's see the value of v. Yes, now we're given that v is equal to 4 raised to the power of log 216 base 64. Yes, remember this is power. Yes, so it means here we have v will be equal to 4 raised to the power of, we have log 216. Those 64 is the same thing as 4 raised to the power of 3. Yes, 4 power 3 is actually 4 times 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Now, it therefore means that here, the value of our v will be equal to 4 raised to the power of, now looking at this law, yes, looking at this law, that log m base n raised to the power of x is 1 over x log m base n. So it therefore means that here, it is the same as saying 1 all over 3 log 216 base 4. Yes, 216 base 4. So the value of our b now will be equal to 4 raised to the power of, we have log 216 raised to the power of 1 all over 3. Then here we have base 4. Now because we have base 4 here and this 4 is also the base, it means the value of v will just be 216 raised to the power of 1 all over 3. Yes, and we all know from the law, one of the laws of indices, one of the laws of powers, that m raised to the power of x all over y is the same as y root m all raised to the power of x. So it therefore means that here, the value of our v will be equal to the cube root of 216 all raised to the power of 1. And the cube root of 216 is a number that will multiply itself three times to give you 260. And of course, the number is 6. Because 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So here we have 6 raised to the power of 1, which is equal to 6. So the value of v is equal to 6. Now we have seen the value of v. The value of v is 6, and the value of z is 8. Yes. So now let's see. We want to show that v squared minus z squared plus 28. Now let's see what the value will give us. Yes. Now we're actually looking at v squared. Yes, we have v squared minus z squared plus 28. Now let's see what this value will give us. Now the value of v is 6. So in place of v there we are putting 6. So here we have 6 square minus the value of z. Z is 8. So here we have 8 square plus 28. Now 6 square is 36. So we have 36 minus 64. Then here we have plus 28. Now let's look at this. 36 plus 28 is 64. Now let's rearrange this. We have 36 plus 28 minus 64. And of course, 36 plus 28 is 64. And 64 minus 64 is equal to 0. So it therefore means that the whole of this is 0. Therefore, v squared minus z squared plus 28 is equal to 0. So thank you so much for watching. Watch out for more of this kind of tricky logarithm questions. Thank you.